What's up, guys? Welcome to a new video. Today we are going to be doing a midweek update from our previous video on Monday. So far we've had a little bit of a different we have a little bit of an update from the previous video. Not much has changed, but we are going to be talking about updates pretty much. So let's get straight into it. First thing is SPY. I did mention that we will be seeing a lot of moves between the SMAs right here, between the SMA 100, the 50, and the 200. And so far, we are pretty much having a really choppy action, middays, back and forth, up and down, killing premium, just very volatile moves during the day, and I've been pretty much trying to catch it, but it's very tough to play SPY lately. So right now I'm just going to avoid SPY for the next couple of days and give it a chance and just play some different takers. But yeah, SPY currently on the SMA 200, we're still on top of it. We broke the trend line. We do have SMA 100 coming up right here at 391, so I am positive that we will be seeing much lower, not much lower, but we will be seeing lower down towards around 388 and possibly around maybe even under if things get worse. But I do believe that 388 will be the big support right there, and we will be bouncing between the 400 and 388 area for the next couple of weeks. And once these SMAs start getting tighter and make a crossover move, it could be a death cross or golden crossing. That's when a new trend will start. Right now, I really don't know or have an update on this one, just because of where we are at currently between the SMA 50 and the 200. We're pretty much stuck in this area right now. So, best way to trade this one is not trading it and just avoiding this one. Let's go on QQQ real quick and talk about this one. This one does have a much better and more clear setup right now. Let's clear up some levels real quick, so it's not so messy right here. So QQQ does have a little bit of a different one. We're currently on SMA 200. We do have a 50 coming up. We have the SMA 100. We have the 50 coming up right here towards the 200, which could be a possible golden crossing in the future. We're not going to confirm that until it actually does cross upside, which is pretty much right here and right here. So we'll give it a week or so for this one to actually cross and see if this pullback is because it wants to test the SMA 100 or the SMA 250 together, get that golden crossing confirmation, and start bouncing back towards above 300 and then start moving towards 320s. Right now, we're going to be focusing on the SMA 200. This is going to be a big spot. I just posted on my Discord on the update. Fell back right on SMA 200. 290 is still a demand zone. So this 290 area is going to be our support or our bull zone for until we lose it. So right now, this is a big support right here for QQQ. If we do end up losing that, that will no longer be demand zone, and we will continue lower down to 284 and 285. Yeah, so what's going to happen right here, I'm not sure. We don't have any confirmation until we break either 290 or we bounce off it nicely with the golden crossing on the 50 and the 200. So what's the best setup with this one right now? With QQQ, it will be my favorite one right now is going to be Amazon. I think I mentioned it in the last video, but this one does have a really nice head and shoulder setup right here. You have the left shoulder right here, and then we do have the head right here, and then we have the right shoulder, and then we do have the shoulder support right here at 9150. So we are pretty much right on that 9150 support, and currently there is a very good chance that we will break below it. So I'm not going to touch anything on both QQQ and Amazon until we lose the 200 SMA first at 290 and also the 9150 support. And once we do that together, that's when Amazon or QQQ will start pushing lower and we will start hitting our targets at 87.50. So I'm going to be watching that one for tomorrow and Friday closely. Hopefully this does not move too much overnight and we can catch it before it gets too late. 91.50 loses, 87.50 is next, and possibly even fill that little tiny gap right here at 86.10. If this decides to bounce, I'm not going to touch it until we at least get over the SMA 100, just because of how this trend resistance is pretty strong. We also have a very weak bull side. You can see how every pop that we've had lately has been sold off, so I'm not really trusting the upside move for Amazon right now. So I'm focusing on the downside. 91.50 support breaks, we will see 87.50 and possibly a small little tiny gap right here to 86.10. So we'll be watching that for the rest of this week. Yeah, so next one is Tesla. Tesla just finished their event presentation earlier. Currently we are at 191.30 after hours. Looks like it's selling off after the event. I do have a couple positions right now on sold options. I do have a 177.50, 182.50 by end of this week. I picked these up earlier this week, and I also sold a 220 call. And the reason why I picked that one is because it was much higher earlier. I think it was around 220 or something like that. And right now it's at 149, and we do have a lot of room. It should be around, I would say, maybe 20 cents in options price tomorrow, just because of how much we are down right now. We are currently down 5%. Let me see. After hours is down 5.61%. So this should be a good play for Tesla. And if Tesla does end up holding above 182.50 and 177.50, these will go to zero, and I will be collecting the profits right there on Tesla. Right now I really don't have any TA on this, just because of how we had a presentation. We just had a reaction to this one. But most importantly, we'll just talk about the demand zone right here at 180 to 182, and that's all we are watching right now. I'm not going to have any prediction right now on this one until we do let the dust settle, give it a couple of days and see where it goes from there. 180 to 182 is a important level of demand zone right now currently. So I would say if it decides to build a base there and holds at that area, there should be a good this should be a good area to play a bounce off the support and play calls, or you can also sell puts just because of how low it will be going. To already down 5%, so there's a good chance that we will bounce and take another move upside in order to get that next lay down ahead next week. Yeah, so choppy range right here between 210 and 182. Just nothing much going on. If somehow we decide to lose that 180 support, there's a good chance that we'll be testing a 100 SMA right here around 177. But let's say it'll be a couple days later, it will be around, it should be around 176 and maybe like 175. If this decides to keep moving down lower around here. And upcoming support will be 165, and the SMA 50 will be right there. Right now I'm not going to make any predictions. I'm not going to buy puts and hope that continues lower. I'm just going to continue on selling options on this one right now. Yeah, so I don't have anything on this one right now. Give it a couple of days, we'll make an update on this one on Friday. AMD, nothing really. SMA 200 rejected today. We lose 78. We continually lower down to fill the gap at 75.20. Hopefully that happens by the end of this week. The video will be next. This one does have an update. This one did have a securities mixed self offering or something like that of 10 billion. People don't like it right now. Pretty sketchy move right there for NVIDIA, but in my opinion, that's good for them in the long term. This will be giving them cash opportunity to invest in their future projects. products or whatever they want to do with it. This is good for them, but right now in this market, they don't like it. Yeah, so I would say under this 226 support is actually pretty important. This will be dropping lower down to fill the gap opportunity right here all the way next week, 210, 207. This is currently holding the previous earnings gap pop move resistance right here at 226.30, and you can see the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles right here have held that support at 226.30. So in my previous video on Monday, this is what I was talking about right here at 226.30. If we do end up losing that, we will continue lower down to around this area where we had the earnings move. It should be around 223, 224. Lose that. This is where we start filling that gap quickly to 210, 207. Let's go on the next one right here on Facebook real quick. Facebook does have a pretty weak breakout move right here. Why? Because there is no support from QQQ or SPY while they are weak beta, or Facebook can't really do it alone. So obviously the support for the breakout right here is not there. It's too weak. And we did have a nice breakout yesterday. And then today we try to make we did make a higher high, but we ended up closing lower. We closed red, and we are still on top of that 171 as demand zone. But I would say for this to have a real and good breakout towards 180, 183 would be once QQQ finds a bounce off either 200. If not, we continue lower. That is when Facebook will start breaking down, and that will be a good play for puts. Yeah, so there's not much in an update. It's just getting a little update on what's going on right now with this crazy week in the market. We do have tomorrow, Thursday, and then Friday. Hopefully hopefully next week is actually much better, because this week is really tough to trade SPY, especially. Yeah, so if this video helped you guys, please let me know. Please comment, like, and subscribe. If you have any questions, please comment down or private message me, whatever you want to do. I'll see you guys on Friday for a update on weekly candles and a full update on what we've been talking about for this week in the videos. And then we will do a refresh or fresh video on Monday. From now on, I think I'm gonna try to do 3 videos a week. A Monday, Wednesday update for midweek, and Friday for another update video on charts, just to keep everyone and myself in the loop in the market, especially on charts. Yeah, so I'll see you guys next video on Friday. Have a great day and take care.